Hi, welcome back to Calmer, where we exist between the spaces to ask questions, to laugh and cry, and not needing to have all the answers. Today we have a special friend with us, Ryan. He's hailing from Sarawak. Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
I have a question before we start. Sarawak better or KL better?
Of course, Sarawak.
Oh, okay.
We recently got our highways,
Okay.
but yeah, I love Sarawak more.
Okay. You all heard it first here. But doesn't mean that he doesn't love KL
Of
as
course,
well.
of course.
Of course, So Ryan has been in the financial industry for the past like 10 years.
Yes.
And so I want to talk about finances. We
Okay.
want to talk about money.
Let's
right?
go.
And so I've been searching through the internet, and I recently came across a article that talks about, the bankruptcy age is getting younger.
Mm.
Younger people are declaring bankrupt. So my question actually, when I first read it, was like, in this current day and age, shouldn't we be more literate about finances?
Yep.
Right. We have so much materials to read from. So there's this financial literacy paradox.
Yep.
There was this statement that says that we are more informed about finances, but yet more people are in debt.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I think there's a difference about knowing and practicing.
Right.
Because when you know about money, when you have to actually manage money, you have to control your impulses.
Ooh.
So it's way harder. So actually, the article came out after I was speaking to one of the youth that I was talking to. He's probably about 25, 26. So he watched a lot of videos. He's like, okay, I think I can do a business. I want to start a cafe business.
Okay.
So my dad already sorted out everything. I'm going to borrow money from this uncle and I'm going to start my cafe. I say, you got to do your budgeting or not? Do you count how much money you're going to make? No. I was like, you crazy. Then after he counted, he said, I think can work. I said, do you look around? How many cafes are closing down?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Then do you look at like strong competitions or not? So he was about to start the business.
Right.
And I had to be the bad guy. So I stopped him.
Right.
So I think there's a difference about like knowing what you can do with money. But actually using the money, it requires a lot of wisdom.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, well, I think your youth or your friend would be very thankful for you. Imagine he who would have jumped into it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
would have. It might be successful. Who knows, right? But at the same time, reality sometimes can hit.
Yep.
You are right. There are so many turnover in cafes here now.
Yeah.
So when we talk about controlling impulses,
Yep.
I think we struggle with that.
Yep.
We've been so used to a lot of ads, social media. So what are your advice for young people today?
I think sometimes when you look at social media, you feel like you have to own something. So I heard another story. It's also a cafe story. So the lady just retired. So with a chunk of money, so she loved coffee. She's like, maybe I should own a cafe business. So she started the business for 1 year. She lost all her retirement money.
No.
So can you imagine if you just use that money to just go every cafe, like for, I don't know, the rest of her life,
Yeah.
it'll be more than enough.
True.
So it gives you that false illusion that like you have to own that thing,
Right.
that is yours. But you can enjoy a lot of things without spending sometimes.
right.
Spending that real big sum of money.
True. So, well, let's go back to the basics.
Yes.
Right. If somebody came up to you, a young person, and I'm just starting out in my career and
Yes.
in my life, or even high schoolers, what would be your advice for them in terms of personal financial planning?
So I think we have to understand that you can use money. The dangerous part is when you let money use you.
Wow.
You feel like you have to reach a certain part of your status when you have a certain amount of money. So for money, right, there got two parts. If you spend money, you can buy something.
Yep.
But if you don't spend your money, you can also buy something.
Okay.
So if you don't spend money, you can have more control of your time when you are older.
Wow.
Because now you don't have to work for somebody. So you got to ask yourself, what do you really want to buy? So some people, when they grow up, they are maybe in a poorer family. So for them, they must own something more fancy.
Right.
Because to them, it's a declaration that I have overcome my past life. So it's a bit different. So it's like they use money to cover up what is going on inside.
Right.
So that's why you hear some of the stories when they become rich, but they are still very empty inside.
Okay.
So they have to understand, you spend money, you buy something.
Yeah.
You don't spend money, you also buy something. So that's the simple way of explaining it.
Wow, that's I think that's pretty solid advice. Never heard of it that way though.
Yeah.
It's new. It's new, man, guys. Even I'm learning something today, and it's interesting how when that you coin that term, you save money, you can spend it on something. You're spending money, you're gaining something as well.
Yeah.
But it's just in terms of short term, long term.
Yep.
So when we talk about short term, long term, I think a lot of times when young people today, right, they all want to do short term.
Yep.
Everybody wants to be the next crypto millionaire, right? During pandemic, I think crypto was
Yep.
at its peak. People were earning bucks and buckets of money. So, what is your take on it? Is it something that you would advise somebody to do? You know, get quick, earn money quick, or what would your advice be?
Okay, I was there too.
Okay.
And I lost a lot of money.
Right.
Because sometimes when you hear stories, right, and those people that you follow online, they want you to trust them. So they always show you the good parts
Right.
of the story. So what I did was I actually bought a course. So I followed this guru. So I learned a lot of stuff. But when it was the moment when like everyone following him, he's like, sorry guys, something off with my internet. So that's when I realized he's just putting out a front, get you to buy a course, putting some charts somewhere. Actually, he doesn't know how it's like. So then I realized that actually you need to know how the market works. So if there's some people that earn billions of dollars, that means there are people who lost billions of dollars.
Wow.
In market means you exchange.
Yep.
So that means you could be the one that is the scapegoat
Okay.
of everything. But I just need to remember this thing. And this is like kind of like become my principle. If something is too good to be true, most likely it is.
Right.
It cannot be quick.
True.
And if it is quick, that means you have to scam somebody. Right? Because you take away the money from somebody.
Yep.
So it's not that good.
Right.
So actually, if you talk to a lot of people who are in cryptos, probably only like 10% that do well. So of course, everyone believes they can be the 10%.
True.
But there's a lot of like self-control. You cannot react.
Right.
So some people, they call it revenge trading. That means when you lose already, like playing games, you trade again.
Right.
So if you're that kind of gamer, you better don't trade.
That sounds a lot like the gambler's mentality, right?
Yes.
They say, if you lose one, you bet two.
Yes.
You lose two, bet four.
Yes.
So you mentioned about how you took on a course that you saw somebody online. So what is your take on this financial influence? I think there are a lot out there right now. So what's your take on it, and what is your advice for people who are consuming their content?
So, I cannot deny that I really learned something.
Okay.
It's a bit similar to just now I talk about like there's a difference between knowing and actually doing it.
Right.
So I know the theory, but when it comes to like trading, it's very different from the theory. So you have to understand human nature. Sometimes you think that like, wow, it has been going up, that means it will go down. But the thing is that human is always greedy. There's so many parts to it. So I think there's a lot of people that are trying to sell us stuff.
Right.
They will tell you like why you need this. You have to like to know whether you can trust this person. You have to follow the person for a period of time. Just because they post a few charts doesn't mean that like it's real. Yeah. So if you realize that when the market is going down, those people post lesser on.
Okay.
That's what I realized because I've been in this market for like probably 3 years. I was like, oh, that's a pattern.
Right.
So so this is the part, if you are trading, that means it's going up. tons of people talking about like, wow, dog's time when people ask me to quit, I never sell it, and now I have a house near the beach. Then so it's always a cycle.
Right.
It will always, humans never change, never learn.
I think that's where many people envy them as well.
Yep.
Right. Like if we look across the board, not many people have houses by the beach. I think it's only a handful of people. But what is a sound advice for people who are genuinely just wanting to grow some of their savings? Let's say they're not aggressive in wanting to build
Okay.
a lifestyle of
Yep.
I'm a full-time trader.
Yeah.
Just for instance, maybe a college student who has a bit more pocket money, who's thinking about diversifying his savings. What are some of the guidelines you can kind of help them?
You know, when I grew up, so I study finance, right? One of the advice, of course, they say if you don't want to lose money, that means you have to diversify your investment. But when I grew up, I learned that when you diversify your investment, that means you don't really know what you're investing,
Okay.
right? So you pretty much like, instead of putting your money in one place, you just put in everything, so that in hope that overall it will grow, right?
Right.
But if you want to start out and
Right.
this is something that you want to keep, that means like with the money that you have not spent, you want to buy something in the future. You want to have more freedom, want more control. You want to start a business later on.
Yeah.
You should invest in something that is lower risk.
Right.
So when I told you guys that I invested in crypto, it was probably only 10% of my savings.
Okay.
That means something that I can part with.
Right.
Because I already know. If you put all your money inside and that's all that you have, you're gonna go crazy.
Right.
And you cannot trade properly.
True.
Because like what you say, you want to get back the money. So what you can do is, there's a lot of place that you can put money in that can easily give you 5%. It's like Amana Saham. Probably like 5.25%. Even KWSP right now is pretty high too, 6%.
Yeah.
And if you just count, when you retire, you got millions of ringgit.
Right. So let us backtrack again for
Yep.
you personally, right? So all that you know today, would you say that you've learned it slightly later on in life or much earlier in life?
Probably when I was 25.
25. Okay.
Because I became the finance manager. I told myself, if I want to manage a company well, I need to manage my personal finance well.
Wow.
So I took on a challenge.
Right.
That's when I clear all the debts. I was
Right.
like, okay, I need to do well.
Wow, but I think at age 25, that's
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
To want to pursue that life, to clear off debts.
Yeah.
So I think that is this invisible weight that if you don't look at it, it's okay.
Yep.
And so one thing that probably a lot of young people fall into the traps today is, I would say, credit card debts. Right? Credit card debts, the interest is just insane.
Yep.
But again, banks are giving it left, right, and front center.
Yeah.
So what are some of the healthy approach to using credit cards?
Yeah. Yeah, and somehow it's not just credit card. It's like when you use Grab, you can pay later. It's the same
true,
concept.
True.
So you just need to know that you are just spending the money that you don't have.
Okay.
It's not your money.
Right.
But of course, I know. It's tough because I just want to know that, like, if you know how to manage money, 0% interest is pretty wise to navigate things around.
Okay.
So for me, I actually bought the laptop, and because if it's 0 interest, I pay back over time.
Right.
But it's different because laptop is my work. I use that to earn money. If you keep spending money, that will in the end take away your earning power. That's different. So to me, that time it was probably, you call it as investing.
Yep.
So then it's different.
Right.
So I think spending money you don't have, it's just a bad idea.
Right.
And it kind of like tell you how bad the market has gone, that people are trying to trick you to spend money that you don't have. So you are falling into a trap.
Right.
Because if the economy is doing well, they have enough money, why would they need to trick you to spend more money?
True.
So you need to know that like you have to control your impulses. And one of the things that like stopped me from spending more and like clearing my debts, it's I find joy in giving.
Okay.
And when you actually like owe a lot of money, you cannot buy someone something.
True.
So it took away my joy.
Mm.
And you need to know that giving is way better than receiving.
Wow.
And you can spend on yourself, but it's way better when you spend on others.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the thing that changed me.
Wow, that's good. Don't it's not spending future money.
Yep.
So you mentioned about buy now pay later.
Yep.
I think it's something that has been recently quite popular with a lot
Yep.
of people because I think the application is so much easier than credit card.
Yeah.
So do you think that it's something that the government should regulate?
They will not. But
Okay.
okay, depending how you use it, it's also same as credit card. So I recently have a conversation with my wife because like we bought our diapers,
Right.
everything on Shopee, and if you buy in bulk, it's way cheaper.
Yep.
And Shopee give you 0% interest over 3 months. Then there's one part I realized that her money installment is getting higher. I was like, wait, what have you been buying? They said, I've been buying the milk powder. So you save the discount and you can pay it over 3 months. That's fine, right? It's something that you need.
Yep.
So in the end, right, it's really impulses.
Right.
And you gotta ask yourself, in the end, what are you trying to prove with what you have?
Right.
Because if you realize that those who are, I get to have the privilege to meet like rich people. There are really two kinds of rich people. One is like flashy. They want to let you know what they have.
Right.
But usually if you hear the story, they come from a place of poverty. And they want to tell people that like, it's like a message that they're trying to carry.
Right.
There's another one that they are so rich that you better don't know how much I have.
Oh.
And they are the most generous person.
Wow.
So they are spending on others.
Right.
So after I go through life, I think now 30s is not very old. When I meet more people, I realize that, okay, if I ever become rich, I want to become like this group of people.
Right.
So if it's the same. Like in the end, it's a concept, right? Buy now, pay later. If you know how to use it, you want to resell it to someone in your school, you can earn the money. Why not?
Right.
So in the end, it back to like impulses. What are you trying to prove? Yeah. Because if I tell you that it's bad, the thing is, I also use it. But how you use it is the one that matters the most.
I think that the word there is tool. It's a tool.
It's a tool. Yes.
Right. I think a lot of times people say, a knife can use to cut your food, but
Yes.
a knife can also cut somebody else. So you mentioned quite frequently about this word impulses,
Yes.
right? Impulses is something people would argue and say that younger people have trouble controlling impulses. Do you think it's true?
I think everyone has the same trouble. So even in my company, people will come to me say, Ryan, you have to spend this now. Otherwise, we will not have this discount. It's the same. So so we buy different things, but we all struggle with the same impulses.
Right.
So I will say that everyone has the same struggle. It's not just young people. I know it's a label, but I'm with you guys, young people. It's not just you guys, it's everyone else.
Yeah. Oh, to be really frank with you, I think I have trouble with impulse as well, especially during the 9/9 sale, 11/11 sale. It's crazy because I think one thing that I read recently talked about the psychology of money, right? There's a book called Psychology of Money.
Yes.
It's interesting how they frame money as actually it's money is neither good or bad.
Yep.
But the reality is how do we use it that really matters.
Yep.
And why this topic is becoming so prevalent now is because honestly, many people are struggling with finances.
Yep.
Whether it's a lot, whether it's little, they all struggle to manage it well.
Yeah.
Do you think that the government should implement financial literacy in schools?
Oh, of course, they should have. Yeah, they should teach them. how to use the money.
I think for me, I would say that financial literacy does not just start in school,
Yep.
but also at homes.
Yep.
So so I think our generation, our parents, didn't really teach us financial literacy. Um, well, probably they were not very
Yep.
familiar as well. So now us learning to how do we navigate through that? Because now there's this missing generation where we are a little bit more well versed, but the younger generation is so much more inclined and educated about it.
Yeah. So talking about kids, I already prepare the Excel template that I will use for my son. So I'll train him. If you save 10 ringgit for how long, Papa will give you interest.
Wow.
So if you want to take out money, then I will ask him what is it for. So yes, that's how I will raise my kid. But I think in the end it's hard because when it comes to like decision, if you want to take out money, I think it's not just kids. Everyone struggle with two things: greed and fear.
Okay.
So you can hoard the money and you don't want to give to others, and all that is yours because of fear. Or you can also have struggle with fear of missing out.
Right.
That's why you buy something things. Then there's the part where nothing is enough. You kind of keep buying.
Right.
So that's why impulses come from that greed and fear. So if
Right.
the school and even family, I struggle with this as well. We cannot always give in to our kids.
Right.
So if we can give in to their impulses on social media, smartphones, iPads, you're gonna struggle the same with money.
Right.
And I'm guilty of it. It's really tough.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it that you have prepared an Excel for your son. Uh, that's so beautiful. Because I think when you have that mentality, you are already setting up your son for a better success in terms of financial planning.
Yep.
I think many parents, I think they want to, but they themselves are also struggling financially.
Yep.
There could be this feeling of inadequacy. Like, how can I teach my child something that I'm not capable of doing as well?
Yeah.
So I think that's beautiful that you've begun to do that. Oh, who knows? Maybe Ryan will share his Excel with us, and then we can also use it
Yep.
not just for the children but for yourself as well.
Yep.
But that's beautiful. How you are setting the next generation to
Yeah.
succeed. And so I think let's break it down. If a 17-year-old will say, Ryan, can you teach me how to properly, in terms of percentage, manage my finances? Let's say my allowance, I want to manage it well. What would your advice be?
I usually would tell them that how much do you actually need? Is enough for your food.
Right.
But because you guys are growing,
Yeah.
you also don't want to eat very little.
True.
So healthy number probably 10% if you can save up.
Okay.
Then the other 10% you keep it to give,
Right.
whether it is to church if you are Christian, or you can give to your friends who actually need someone to buy them a meal.
Wow.
It will change your life.
Wow.
Saving will change your life, but giving is way better.
Wow. I love it. I love how you hit two birds, you hit two birds with one stone. Saving
Yeah.
and giving. I think fundamentally, deep
Yeah.
down, right, we like to give.
Yep.
Right.
It's true.
We are all conditioned to be able to function as givers. But at the same time, I love how you say when you are in debt, when you have lack, you can't give.
Yes.
Right? Wow. Come on, you're dropping wisdom, man. Saving money, giving money. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
And I think we're almost
Yep.
wrapping up soon. But again, is there any last advice you would want to give young people in terms of finances?
I just want to say things are getting expensive nowadays.
Okay.
Why don't you wait a little bit more? Things price might go down soon.
Okay.
It's for us we are working.
Yeah.
It's getting unbearable, man.
Yes.
So I don't know what will happen, but this is not a good time to buy stuff.
True. So guys, you heard it first. Don't be impulsive. Don't buy your iPhone 17 Pro Max 1 TB yet. Just
2
wait.
TB, 2 TB.
2 TB.
Oh my gosh, 10,000.
2 TB, 10,000. That's insane.
It's crazy.
Imagine if you could save that, 10,000, and you could also 10% for saving, 10% to giving. You could help a lot of people.
Yes, and when you save enough, that's when you think about investment.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So thank you so much, Ryan, for your
Thank you.
time. Guys, I hope you learned something. That's all for this week's episode. Like I always say, if you have any questions, drop in our comments or DM us. We'll see you for the next episode.